Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, Newage shows off its own yellow G2 Grimlock figure, Takara continues to draw on Beast Wars nostalgia in Japan, and what if we got a new G1 Optimus Prime, but with articulation? Today is Wednesday, August 9th, 2023, and this is episode 550 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that knows better than to do the opposite of what a judge tells you to do. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team, which today is Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going? Let's talk Transformers.
Excellent. As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatrons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to help us out and support the show. We really appreciate it. It's because of you we can keep doing this every week, and you're coming up on 10 years. It's a long time, and we wouldn't have made it this far without you. So thank you for all the support. If you would like to become a Donatron, if you're not already, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can sign up. As part of being a Donatron, you get some perks. You get to watch us record the show live if you want every Sunday. You can get some bonus content. We put up some bonus shows, other things that's available on our Patreon page. You get access to our contests. You get entered automatically into every one of our contests. You get some merchandise at the higher levels. And you get at the really high levels, you get a shout out on every show. So stay tuned for that at the very end. So lots of good stuff. Speaking of bonus content, we have our bonus show, We Like Big Bots. 10 episodes of that with Daryl and Dr. Pants talking all about big bots. They're not here to hype it up, but I've been talking about it for a while. They are both on assignment this week. As we mentioned last week, Daryl's going to be out for the whole month, so we're gonna have to. We're down a toy guy now, and yeah. Dr. Pants. We should see him a little bit more frequently, but it's just going to be a bit.
We should start calling him Better Daryl.
Yeah, so they
they'll get Daryl to come back.
Is he listening now? I don't. He's not. He's probably not yet.
Dr.
He's
Pants will have time to take over the crown of the number one Beast Wars fan.
He'll break into Daryl's house and get that taco tank. But so they do a great show talking about the big bots they collected. They are both very big toy guys, so it's fun watching them go back and forth. We should get more of them together in a little while. I hope so. So when Daryl gets back from his month-long business trips, we'll get them back in the studio to record some more episodes, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. But right now, you can look at all the old shows on our Patreon page. We got 10 episodes up there for you to watch if you haven't watched them already. Also, this week, we have our bonus uncut version of the next episode of Empire of Rust. This is episode 107, Star Bat Will Fall Flat. And this is continuing the Starscream battle. This is the final battle of season 2 of Empire of Rust. And it's getting exciting. So if you are not a Donatron, you're going to have to wait another week for the show to go up in the regular feed. That's at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. But if you are a Donatron, you can listen to the uncut version right now. It's on our Patreon page. You can go access it. You can get access to that special RSS feed, and you should already have access because it came out on Monday. So listen and enjoy, and then come back for the regular episode next week. And thank you to Mike and the crew at Empire of Rust for continuing to deliver those awesome Transformers RPG live play RPG podcasts. And lastly, before we get into Toys Talk, we've got our Toyhax code for the month of August. That is TFMP08. Again, TFMP08. That will get you 15% off your entire order at toyhax.com. Please feel free to use it as many times as you want throughout the month of August. It is not good with any other promotional codes, but it can be used with your robot points and with any gift cards. So please enjoy that and take advantage of that code. Help us out and help yourself out with the discount at toyhax.com. Thank you again to toyhax.com for continuing to be our sponsor and providing this code for our listeners. We hope you guys are taking advantage of that. All right. It's been a slow news week this week, but we're gonna try to get through it even without Daryl. He goes away, and then all the toy news goes with him somehow. But let's jump right in. We got some quick hits.
All right, and first up, we have images of the Carl's Jr.'s Rise of the Beast toys, but not from Carl's Jr.'s. They have shown up in Ecuador. These are small Happy Meal type toys, but Carl's Jr. calls it a Star Pals kids meal. And it has Optimus Prime, Bumblebee in robot mode, Optimus Primal, and Cheetor in his beast mode. And they're, very simple toys and stuff. And it doesn't say where in Ecuador they've shown up in the story. But they are, apparently they are called Carl's Jr. in Ecuador. I assumed they were showing up at stores. But yeah, so the Carl's Jr.'s down in Ecuador are getting these toys now. So this gives you a kind of a image of how big they are next to some Funko Pops, but they're roughly the same height. But they're small, barely articulated. But in terms of what we've been getting from some of the other fast food chains, I think they're pretty good. So that is it. If you're in Ecuador, check them out. I haven't checked our stats to see if we have anyone in Ecuador, listening. But
If you're not in Ecuador, but you are a completionist, here's another thing for you to track down.
Yeah, go check out your Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, depending on where you live. Same company.
Okay, next up, we've got Newage showing off another of their legend scaled Dinobots. This is a recolor of their H44 Ymir. That was their Grimlock, but now it's colored in that unreleased yellow G2 deco. So this was just recently shown off by Hasbro at San Diego Comic-Con. So you can get their giant, leader class version of this deco in their re-releasing their Studio Series Grimlock in these colors. Or you can get this little one from Newage. It's probably more expensive than the leader class one from Hasbro. So, but the articulation probably makes up for it, but it's still tiny. So
yeah, while we were at TFCon, I saw a larger third party one that I can't remember who made it, but same color scheme that company's Grimlock before the Hasbro one was coming out.
No.
So everyone's now doing the yellow Grimlock.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of yellow, you can get this Tiger Grimlock. I'm still for me, I'm still just the traditional gray and gold Grimlock. That's fine. I don't need these other colors. But
I want the blue. I want Hasbro to release a proper G2 blue Grimlock.
Hopefully that's in the cards. We'll see.
All right. Next up, Takara Tomy, or they didn't release this image, but this is a better quality image of the new Takara Tomy Beast Wars Again BWVS 06 Dinobot and Tarantulas 2-pack. And this was via Game Fun House, which is a Hong Kong based site. This is a cartoon accurate version of the Kingdom Dinobot and Legacy Tarantulas figures. And I think they look pretty good. This image, or this 2-pack, according to the image, it says it'll be 9,900 yen, which is roughly $70 US. And will be out around January 31st of 2024. So, judging from what they've done in the past, these types of sets have been brought over to Hasbro Pulse. So, if you are anywhere outside of Japan except Canada, you should be able to easily pick these up. Although I guess Canada does get them through EB Games or wherever. Daryl, where? Oh, never mind. No, I think Daryl gets or GameStop now. Yeah, they consume DB Games. So
Mhm.
I'm excited. I think these look really good, and I missed out on the Kingdom versions, so
Mhm.
these might be what I get.
Yeah, so I mean, for all the Beast Wars fans out there, and Daryl, you can check them out. Okay, so we have big news about a new announcement or tease from Takara. So by the time this show goes out, I think this will already have been revealed because it looks like, yeah, it says right there, August 9th. This show is going up on August 9th. So obviously we cannot really talk about it ahead of time unless, we still haven't perfected our time machine yet. So we can't get that news yet. But we'll probably have all the details next week. But yeah, it looks like a G1 style Optimus Prime from Takara is coming out. And they're apparently, thankfully, we do have some leaks ahead of time, so we got a little bit more information. It's apparently called the Missing Link C01 and 02 Convoy. So this is an Optimus Prime, a G1 Optimus Prime with articulation. So, the G1 Optimus Prime was, I mean, for a toy in 1984, he was pretty good, pretty good articulation, but uh, with almost 40 years later, there are some improvements you can make, and
Right.
looks like Takara is doing that, providing also a trailer and lots of accessories with this Optimus Prime, and the C01 is going to be based on the toy, and then there's also a C02, which is more based on the cartoon. It says anime style, where the grill is different, so it looks more like the toon uh, version, but it's still the kind of the G1 toy kind of design.
Yeah. But
So
the CO2 does not come with a trailer or the extra accessories.
right, but it does come with it comes with an Energon axe, which I think the
Yeah.
C01 does not come with, and and a matrix too. So
Yeah. I think if you look at this picture, you can see one of the improved joint, which is right there, the elbow, or not the elbow, the um like the armpit area,
oh yeah,
shoulder.
the shoulder joint, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a joint there, and obviously the hands are much improved. So
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to seeing this, and really hope that Hasbro Pulse brings it over, because having worked now with that knockoff G1 Prime, kind of like, you know missing all of the fun of those original toys.
Yeah. I think this is, I mean, if this is Wednesday in Japan, I think that's Tuesday in the States. So this will probably be a Transformers Tuesday reveal on
Mm,
Hasbro Pulse, I would guess.
I can hope.
Um, so at the time you're watching this, you already know the answer to this. So, so you can, in the comments, tell us we were right or we were wrong. I don't know, maybe. DJ Ronan in the comments, as he's watching live with us, he's saying that he has ankle tilts and head turns. So uh, those are welcome additions to this
Yeah.
G1 Optimus Prime. I do wonder what the price is going to be, so we'll have to keep a lookout for that. But I imagine, I mean,
Well,
at least
it has it in here. 17,380 yen for CO1 and 10,780 for CO2. So that's roughly $122 and $76.
okay.
So, I mean, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I guess, I mean, I don't know. I feel like. We're milking. I mean, we've been milking Prime for a long time, but G1 Prime, we're we're milking them pretty hard here with this this release here.
It looks like the trailer is pretty much a stock G1 trailer, but the um like the battle deck piece comes off. It, apparently, I mean that's from this little image up here. Is what I can see.
Okay.
But and roller can hold the gun. I can't remember if the G1 roller could do that.
Yeah, I don't think it could, but I don't remember.
But I mean, how much can they really do to the trailer? Even the Kingdom trailer was essentially an updated G1 trailer, but
Yeah.
it's a box. You can't do much to it.
All right. Well, that is about all we got for toys this week. Not a lot out there, but hopefully next week we'll we'll get back into it, and there'll be a blossoming of news. I mean, I can't actually promise that because I don't know, but we'll see.
Hopefully, as we're further away from San Diego Comic-Con, we'll have more news.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's move on to our trips to the store.
The Transmissions podcast will return after these messages.
Okay, and Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. So if you want to go to our TeePublic store, you can buy all our merchandise there. That's at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And you can get lots of shirts, other merchandise, accessories, mugs, lots of good stuff with our logo on it, all our shirt designs. And if you buy anything from there's a mug. Yeah.
Mug tonight.
If you buy anything from TeePublic through our link, that helps out the show. So you don't even have to buy Transmissions merchandise. You can buy whatever you want, but just go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop. And that's, where that's how you get to the store. And that's how you can get anything at TeePublic through there. Yeah, check it out. And if you like something, buy something. Also, be on the lookout for those sales. There's, every month they usually do 2 or 3 times a 35% off sale and everything. So never pay full price at TeePublic. Always look for the sales. Okay, let's jump into what we got this week. And we're going to start off with Jeremy.
All right. Well, I have a couple of things I forgot to show from TFCon, but also this is going to be a continuing saga. I've begun applying the Toyhax labels to my KO Optimus Prime and turn him into a G1 RID 2001 Scourge. And the robot mode is pretty much done. I'm looking for my G2 labels because I want to put upside down G2 Autobot symbols like the RID figure had.
Nice.
I can't find them right now, but I'm holding off on that. My only complaint is I'm sure it won't show up well on here, but the little sticker that goes around his knee here, that one just keeps popping up, and not sure what I can do about that. Maybe I'll put some like clear fingernail polish over it or something. I don't know, but that's the only problem I've had applying these. I had forgotten just the quality of TeePublic. The quality of Toyhax stickers is really great. Next thing, the next 2 things I have are from DJ Ronan at TFCon. He also gave me the bad guy and good guy magnets that he 3D printed, and these are pretty cool. These are our logos, and so I have had those on my magnetic whiteboard, and just forgot to show them off. And then also, he was selling Energon cubes at the show, and these are gonna not show up very well, but there I got a pack of the small ones, which kind of I don't know if that's gonna focus in, but a bunch of the small ones here, which look good, and thankfully missed my coffee just now. And then I got a pack of the big ones, which are there's three big ones to a pack, and they look really good. My kid was just playing with them nonstop, and me get the light. And like it, if you have some sort of light around it, they, well, just getting completely blown out with the camera. But I don't know. It looks really good with a light behind it. So if you have like lights as part of your display, these look really cool. So thanks, DJ Ronan, for doing that, for selling those, because I've been looking for some good Energon cubes, and I think the last ones I got were from BotCon 2004. It's been a while. So that is unfortunately all I got this week.
All right. And I got a couple of things of the same thing. So I also wanted to show off those Energon cubes that I got from DJ Ronan. So there was 10 of the little ones. I didn't get the big ones. I just got the little ones, but I'll have to try the light. I didn't realize they catch the lights that nicely. So that's cool. Although I don't have a light up display. So unfortunately it's not, yeah, but yeah, here they are. I also got the good guy and bad guy logo that he printed out for us. So thank you again, DJ Ronan, for doing that. I got one more. This is a special one, DJ Ronan.
If you were going to show that one.
I got to. I mean, he deserves it. He went to the trouble to do it. Even if I don't like it, he did it. He gave me a star. This is a pin. And sadly you can't. Can you read it? Oh, I can't read it. Sorry. Oh no,
there we go.
It's showing up. Yeah, it says donator.
Yeah, that's great. In honor of our 10th anniversary.
Should be Donatreon, but I guess that can't fit. But yeah,
if I had the soundboard hooked up, I'd play the clip. It's Alex Milne's favorite clip.
So yeah, thank you, DJ Ronan. You're awesome. We really appreciate it. And it was cool. It was cool seeing you again at TFCon as always. Also, a couple more, these are the last bit of things I got from TFCon Toronto. So at one of the parts parties, I think this was from Proto Man. He was selling these little knockoff things. This is Opti NES Prime. And then it has some little artwork there. And it's a little replica NES cartridge. And it's Opt NES Prime, and he does transform into a little robot. So get those legs out. There we go. Yep, there he is. Opta NES. Sorry, it's not, the camera is not focusing on him.
I guess you're on team NES versus NES.
Yes, I am. Yeah. So it's just a difference of opinion. We don't have to fight over it. All right. And last couple of big things I got. So another parts party. I got a DevCon, which I was very happy about. It was the, that one-off, the Gambler episode from the G1 season 2 was cool. So it's nice to have an official DevCon figure. Although he has gotten a BotCon figure in the past, so this is not totally new, but it's cool to have another one. And this is, an official version for DevCon. I think this is a retool of the Blur figure. So he's a little spaceship. I remember I think when they introduced this on the Hasbro fan stream, they said they wanted to get a Slizardo packed in, but just couldn't do it. So maybe they'll do a Generation Selects accessory pack with a Slizardo. That would be cool. And last thing I got was a third party Bumblebee, Hearts of Steel Bumblebee figure. So this is the steam engine Bumblebee from that one comic. This is not the Thomas the Tank Engine version, just the regular Bumblebee version, which I think is still looks really cool. That Hearts of Steel comic was a really interesting idea. Unfortunate they didn't really go any further with that, like those Elseworlds Transformers books back in the day. But this was cool. So that's all I got. And I think that'll do it for Trips to the Store. And let's move on to convention news.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
All right. So in convention news, we have it's a look through the Kotobukiya booth and some close-up images of the Bishoujo Starscream figure, or the prototype of it. I guess it could be any of the Seekers, really, but so it's just, this is from San Diego Comic-Con, and you can see the size of their booth, and they have just a bunch of their figures. I can see like a Batman there too, so it's not just Transformers. But then we have here a close-up of, I guess this is a Starscream. And one thing that I noticed looking at these that I hadn't noticed before is the wings are actually like a bag that she's holding. We can see like the turnaround right there. And there's like a zipper between the wings. I just thought that the wings were kind of like attached to the her top, but that's a really neat kind of way to envision the wings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm continually impressed with how they're coming up with the ideas for these human versions of these characters, where things like Prime's trailer becoming a briefcase and stuff like that. It's just, I wouldn't have thought to come up with that to bring into some of the vehicular characteristics of the robot mode. So really cool. And just, it's neat seeing like the whole booth, because a lot of times we see a lot of these close-up images of specific figures and you don't get to see kind of the scale of the booth. And they were right there by Skybound. So, wonder if there's going to be some inspiration of these figures in some of the like human modes of the characters. So that we'll see what happens. We got a lot of interesting human modes in IDW. So, but anyway, yeah, that's all we got for convention news this week. Well, and I guess we'll mention it in the next show too, but TFNation is this weekend. So if you're going to TFNation, let us know how it was. That is sadly one of the shows that is really hard for us to get to, and one day we will be able to go, but who knows when that day will be.
Yeah. Well, it's on our bucket list. It's in the goal sheet. So we're hoping we can get out there, before we don't have any more friends in the UK.
Right.
All right. Well, that looks like it's about it for this week's transmissions. It's a pretty short one this week. We didn't have a lot of news to cover. But as always, we are thankful for our masterpiece donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon. And that is such a huge commitment. So we really appreciate it. And that's why we give them a shout out in every show. So thank you once again to John 4X11 Good and Demon Tech 82. You guys rock. You're awesome. We really appreciate it. And thank you again for the support. So that'll do it for this episode of Transmissions. It's been a light week, but we're always happy to talk Transformers. So we're still here, even though some people don't have the commitment that we have. Some people feel like they have to work a real job where they get paid real money and instead of doing this. But It's okay. Well, they'll be back. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool Transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our Transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.